This way. Are we? I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea if we are. I have no idea if we are on this side, and if everything works. Probably not.
But I don't have Unreal. I don't have the other channel.
I think it didn't work. I think he created a separate stream. Oops. We are this way. Are we? I don't know. I have no idea. Yeah, I think he did it, but he created a separate. I think he created a separate file. I think we are live, but he created a separate stream. So he actually stopped and restarted, which, by the way, makes sense. I mean, 1 hour. Yeah, he stopped. He stopped and restarted, but it's okay. Yeah, he stopped. It's okay. Okay, finally we are on Windows again. Yay! No, I mean, it's not a problem, but obviously it's so much easier for me. I can do things like 20 times faster on this side just because I'm more used to it, right? It's not because it's better or whatever. It's just that it's a bit easier for me. Okay, so let me just rename the stream, and then so we are on MacOSX development. I think we can keep the name the same, or we can name it. Yeah, let's name it the same. Who cares? Let's name it the same. This will be like 0.2 or something. Like 0.2. Now, at the moment, I didn't start anything. I didn't start animes. I didn't start all our stuff, right? So we need, but it's okay. Okay, so what were we doing yesterday? Yesterday, I was actually fixing a lot of the UI part, and I continued a bit today, and I fixed it completely. So I think that now the UI is fully fixed, and I think it's working well. I can show you, but now basically everything is as expected. Everything is as expected. Meanwhile, I will connect with this. I will do this. I will just turn on the webcam. Turn on the webcam. Calibrate. Okay. So now you have again your stream avatars that you like so much. You like them, by the way? I don't know. And we have all our stuff, you know, and also now on the other side, let me close Streamlabs so it's not taking resources. So probably a compilation will go faster. Boo. Who said boo? Someone said boo, Fergus. Okay, let me start restream chat. I don't know if I can have it open from both sides, but I assume yes, because it's still open on the other side. Okay, now I think we have everything. Okay, I can show you the new Windows setup. I mean, it's very similar to the previous. It's just that now it's working without trouble, right? It's working without trouble. and also the docking at the top and the right and the bottom is working as expected. Yeah, so I fixed also the docking. So you see now there is basically no space here at the right. There is no space here. So the title bar is perfectly. I mean, this is just the image that is done this way, right? But there is no missing space, and it's like this for all the windows, right? So you see there is no more that fuck up. The X is easy to see, and the same in the inventory, the same in this book view. So I removed all the padding, all the weird stuff that was there, and now I think is much easier to use. Same on the guild. So having done this, I think I didn't have anything left on this one to do, if I remember right. So I think we can close that bug. Yes, then there is this one that I was looking at. This one is very important. But I think we can close that bug. The bug was like someone opened yeah, you ferret. You opened this one, which is closing Windows R. So I fixed that. I made it easier, and now is good. Yeah, we made good progress there. Yes. Now there is another bug that I really want to check, right? And actually, I managed to reproduce it. So that is the problem is the following: the problem is the following. I think I need to explain it to you, and meanwhile I explain it to myself as usual, right? So whenever you are stacking an object, so meaning that you are picking up an object that you already have, right? You're picking up an object that you already have. The game is trying to stack it, right? And so if you have one and you're picking up the same, is giving you a quantity of 2, right? But there is a problem that that item can be in your inventory, right? So let's say in your backpack, right? Can be here, but can also be on the ground, right? So if the item is on the ground but is at the same time also in your backpack, he's trying to stack. One thing that that we are doing is there is a check that we do. There is a check that we do. I think here. Yes, exactly here. Where we are checking if the items that I'm trying to stack, right, are in the same instance. So for us, an instance is like a parallel universe, right? Like a parallel universe, like a parallel dimension. So if you are so it's like another layer on top of the normal world, right? So you could have this item here, but you could also have it, you know, in the parallel dimension, right? I don't know exactly how to show this, but let's assume there is another parallel dimension where that is basically the same, but there is instance 0, so it's the instance that everyone sees, and then there is an instance 1, right, which is the one that only the game master are seeing, and for example is where we create objects then that we use for events and stuff, right? So we don't want to mix those two instances. We don't want an object to stack with this one in the other instance, right? And that is the reason why there is this check, right? This check is saying if you are in another instance, don't do it, right? Don't do it. And it seems okay. It seems okay, but we have a problem because we created guild houses in a specific way where every guild house is identified by an instance. So if this guy is entering into a guild house, right, and so inside the guild house, right, inside a guild house, you actually have another instance ID, right? And it's the instance ID of the guild house. So for example, you have the instance 89, right? Which is the example, or 98, which is the example that was running, it was crashing. So if you try inside a guild house to stack an item, so basically you are picking up an item and you already have one in your inventory, this check will fail because the item in your backpack is in instance 0 because it's on you, while the instance of this guy is 98, right? And so this check is failing, it is returning false, and we hit an assert that is basically saying it is impossible because you try to stack something that it cannot be stacked, right? And actually the server crashes. Now what I'm trying to understand is why it was not happening in the old game. Because in the old game actually we had the same problem, no? We had exactly the same problem, but probably in the old game, this item that is in your inventory is not sitting on instance 0, but is sitting on the instance of, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. So I need to understand why my item, the item that I'm trying to stack, the item that I'm trying to stack as a 0 instance. So we can solve it in different ways, right? We can just say, so one solution can be, if you are inside a guild house, you know, ignore that check. That's a perfectly valid logic, right? Just ignore this check if you are in a guild house. That could be the easiest solution. The other solution could be when you are in a guild house, all the items that are on you are automatically picking up the instance of the player, right? And so in that case, we will have 98, 98, and that will not fail. Does the Visual Studio 2010 work in your machine? No, it works on another machine. I have another machine that is a laptop where the old legacy is actually working. And if I really want to debug it, I can debug it there, and it happened to me few times in the last 3-4 years. It happened to me a few times where I was not really understanding some part of the scripting. I mean, why stuff was broken on Unreal, and so I decided to debug it there, right? And it actually worked. Wait, this will never work. I have too many servers running at the same time. I have too many servers running at the same time. But then you have multiple people in the guild house. Yeah, but that's not a problem. Oh my god, this guy. These people that are spamming are ridiculous. Are ridiculous. Okay, now the server is going up. Let me go and debug somehow. Because I want to see if I can easily change the instance of the item, but I don't think so. I think probably the easiest for me is to say, if you are on a guild house, ignore the check. But you know, it's very annoying because the logic, because we basically have to bend the logic. We have to bend the logic only for that. We need to do like if blah blah blah, then, you know, and it's really a pity because all the pickup code is working identically everywhere, right? And I don't want to change that logic basically. But it is our guild house thingy, right? I can enter the guild house assuming that I'm not in debug. Okay, so we enter our guild house, right? Here we are in the guild house. So here we are. If I do a /pause, you see that I am in instance 98. I have to remove this thing, but I am in instance 98, right? But my items are not in instance 98. So if I drop one of these guys, this becomes instance 98. The ruby crystal, but these crystals that are in my inventory are instance 0. So as soon as I pick it up, right, as soon as I pick it up, this will fail because word distance is 0 and other item word distance is 98, and so it will fail. So the question is, can we catch it before this? Can I catch it before that call and find compatible stacked item? Because here I'm already, so here I'm in the player inventory, okay? At this point I am in the player inventory. And I'm saying the item, check stack count, precise. Whether the stacking should be precise and not in order proper like quality. So yes, and here I'm still in the character inventory, but then after the character inventory I jump directly. Word stacking compatibility is not checked as it doesn't make sense. To check if an item can be stacked with another in the world when it's being stacked in the inventory of a character. So the ending false in the method. I think this comment is exactly on the point, right? Is exactly on the point. Yes. Yes, in fact, this one is saying false, but if you say false... Wait. If you say false, check world false, right? This check will automatically continue. Will automatically continue. So in reality, this is correct. But is this something that I added in Unreal or what? Let me just check, because it gives me... I mean, this line is a bit... is exactly explaining the problem that I have. So it's basically saying, if you are going from war to inventory, ignore the instance, right? So this is what it's saying. In short, this is what it's saying. And it's exactly true. The problem is that it's doing it only in the first check and not in the second check. Yes, this was already in the old code. This phrase was already in the old code. So he's saying basically just ignore, you know. So the ending false in the method, it means this parameter is false, right? So he's saying, so the last parameter is false. So you are not checking with the world, right? So the world check, right? This is the check world is false, but by default it's true. So the okay, so that's very good. That's very good. So this will be excluded, right? But then, you know what happens? What happens is that this check, come on, okay. This check is exiting, right? And so he's saying, oh, I have 2 items in the inventory of the player that I can actually stack, right? And that's perfect. But the problem is that then down here in combined stack, because here is where the mess happens, in combined stack and in check stackable with, you know, is going with a true. Is going with a true. So because it's the 4th parameter and is an implicit value, right? So this is 4 parameters. It's the same function as before, but you see there are no more parameters. So it's doing the check one way, but then it's doing it the other way, and this is why it's getting confused. So I don't think I changed this function. I don't think I changed this function, so it's not very clear to me why it doesn't crash in the old game. I think, yes, I don't understand. I don't understand why. Now, it's true that in the old game the assets were suppressed in the compiled version, eh? So that's probably the reason. But the point is that if I go in the old game, let's go in the old game 1 second, and I go in a different instance, and I try to stack, in theory it should not work. So if it doesn't, then I think I understand the code. If it works, I don't understand why. I don't understand why. I mean, if it works in Legacy that allows you to stack, then I don't understand. I don't understand why. And I think it's as easy as me going to an instance. So if I do teleport me here, 80, whatever, right? So now I'm exactly in the same spot, but I am in the instance number 80. So if I drop an item here, it will stay in the instance 80, right? So this one actually is, now I don't know if I can do info if it's telling me the instance. Yes, you see, it's saying instance 80. So this guy is in another instance together with me. But my items, the items in my inventory in theory are 0. So if I pick it up, but if I pick it up, it here works, and I don't understand how it's possible. I think probably the wall line, the wall PS check is ignored, right? I think in the old game, all the check lines are disabled. I think it's the wall check line that is disabled. So it's basically not executing this piece of code. And this means that it's not doing the check if it's stackable, it's just stacking it. It's just stacking it. So I think that probably, but let me do a test then. Let me do a test. For example, glyphs with different purification status cannot be stacked, okay? So this should return false. Okay, let's do that. Let's take a glyph. Let's take a glyph, for example, this one is water, okay? So I have water. I want another water. I want another water. Yes, and they stacked, right? They stacked because one is purified, the other is not purified, okay? But now I'm going to purify this one. Now I'm going to purify the one that is in my inventory. Where is the thingy? What? I see. Okay. So this one will be purified. Yeah, because in Unreal is this symbol, and so I got confused. Now it's purifying. So in theory, as per our code, these two thingies are not stackable. Okay, so this thing and this thing are not stackable because this is not purified and this is purified. Now, if I pick it up and it will stack, it means that that line of check is completely ignored, right? Fuck, it didn't stack. So it means that that line is actually executed. So I don't understand how it works in the old game. I mean, how is possible it works in the old game then? Because this is basically returning false, right? It's returning false. And where are we? Wait. Send behavior. No, we are not in the right place. We are not in the right place. Exactly. Check stackable width. Because maybe it does the check also after. No, I should not. No, because it's checking it before. Yes, it's checking it before. No, my test is not a good test. My test is not a good test. Because before going here, before executing this, is anyway doing the check that is not stackable, so it will not even consider it. It will not even consider it. No. So it's before this. Is here. Find compatible stackable item. So it will not allow that to be a stackable object, right? Yeah, I still have the problem that I don't understand why it's not working. Database sort on inventory. What do you mean, coach? I wanted to find an example that was actually failing for the old game, but I cannot find it. So it looks like, so if it works with this, so if it works with this, because this is instance 80 and this is instance 0, right? But still, when I pick it up, let me see if by any chance we get a message on the server. Maybe I get a message on the server saying that let me see. No, I get absolutely nothing. I get absolutely nothing on the server. I try to check here on the server if I got any, but I don't. So okay. So I don't understand why it works in the old game, but anyway, we have to find a solution. We have to find a solution. So one solution would be, if I'm coming from character inventory add and I'm trying to stack with the inventory, I should ignore completely So I think one solution could be that we add a new parameter to this function. We add a new parameter to this function and we say check world yes or no, and this one is pushing it through check stackable width. So exactly in the same, because here actually this guy has more you see, I can say check status count, which by default is true, and check world, right? So I can say true false, right, or true whatever it is. And so the only problem is that this function is used in many places, like when you are trying to stack inside a container, when you are trying to stack on the world, so because you are dropping items, right, when items are spawning. So I'm a bit scared of changing this function inside combined stack, because I fear that I may do some damages. I mean, not damages, but then I have to retest a lot of stuff, you know. Yeah, you see there is a character inventory stack number of items that is calling this. Add storage item is calling this. So there are a million places, you know. So if I change it, I then have to, yeah, there are a million places. There are a million places. No, there are too many places. And I cannot disable stacking in guild houses, right? How it currently works is you check the newly acquired item against your inventory. Yes, the problem is the one that I was having here on the picture, right? So it's trying to check if the item that you are picking up as the same instance of your backpack, right? And the problem is that the one in your backpack actually has 0. Right? So one thing that we could do, we could say, oh, you are in the backpack, check in which instance is our owner, right? You are in the backpack, check if you have an owner. If you have an owner, check his instance and use that instance instead. And so in that case, it will work. In that case, it will work. The problem of doing it like this is that I will have basically inside combined stack, I will have to check if this PS item is now I will basically have to modify PS item to have the instance of the player. But that is kind of risky, because if I change it on the fly and it's not on the database, is a mess. I think it's a mess. If I do it on the fly without checking the database, wait, I left my beer and my chips on the other side. Which is not that far, eh? It's like 5 meters away or something. I mean, it's not. The Mac Mini is not very far. Do I have a good solution for this? I don't know if I have a good solution for this. I don't know. At the moment, if you stack in a guild house, it's crashing. That's what is happening. Nom, 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 nom. Nom. At the moment it crashes. So we cannot leave it this way. We cannot remove this line, because if we remove this line, yes, we remove the crash, but this line is ensuring that what you are doing is compatible, to avoid messing up with player inventory. Because remember that we may receive fake messages from modified clients, right? I don't know what is the best solution. I don't know what is the solution, actually. I mean, or I modify the item that is coming in, checking if he's on a player, and if he's on a player, what is his instance? Or we do, if we are in a guild house, then ignore that. But I think it's anyway a bad idea, because or we remove this line completely. Okay, let me think about this. Let's say that we remove this line completely. Okay, what happens? The problem will be that, like I said, if you have an item in instance 0 and you have an item in instance 1, and they are in the same location, they will stack. So they will become one item. And we don't want that. We don't want that. Ah, by the way, here we can have the music. Here we can have the music. We don't want that. So what I really want to do, yes, but okay. But basically we can enable this check only if the items are on the ground, right? If the items are inside the inventory of the player, I don't think we care. Or if he's moving between the world and the inventory of the player, I don't think we need that check. So actually this check can be disabled if we are working with an item that is in the player inventory. Now, do we have to check it on this item or on this item? I don't know. I think we have to check it on this item probably. Okay, so I think that is probably the solution. I think the solution is probably to check if he's in the inventory. So this is the first check. And the first check is saying check world false, right? So we don't care about this one. We care about the second run, which is this run, and check world is true. And check world is true. So we are saying, hey, the world distance of this guy is 0, and the world distance of the other guy is 98. So I think I just need to say check the same distance of the world only if we are not adding to the player inventory, in which case it makes no sense, right? So I think we need to say if my item, which is this item, because we are inside the item, is not in player inventory. How do I know if it's not in a player inventory? Well, it doesn't have an owner ID, right? I don't know if we have an is inventory something. I don't think so. I think we have what is this mess? Why I'm getting this 1 million functions? Getting this 1 million function because this thing is getting stupid, huh? Is equipped, is active, is NPC owned, is CD, is master key, is rechargeable, is equipped. No, but I think we have a get character owner, right? We have get owning character ID. So I think that if we get get owning character ID and this is valid, right? So it is not 0. Because in this case, if I take this and I check owning character, you see owning character is 147, right? So if I say if get owning character is greater than 0, so is a valid thingy, no, or is less or equal to 0, so basically it's not valid, then we do this check, right? Then we do this check. If not, we don't do it. If not, we don't do it. What you don't like? Because it's freaking... If not, we don't do it. So doing it this way, we are basically excluding only the case in which you are putting it in your inventory. Now, if you are putting it into a container, that I don't know exactly what happens. That I don't know. So if you put in a container, in theory the instance should always be the instance of the guild house, but I'm not 100% sure. I think we should check also, we should also check that case. If you are putting it inside, yeah, inside a container. I think inside a container is probably the solution. I think this can be okay, yeah? I think this can be okay. Yeah, I think this can be okay. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it, and do you think there is a way to screen share between Mac and Windows? Would be very nice. If I could screen share between Mac and Windows, I could see the Mac machine from here. Remote access, but remote access with what? With what program? Because remote access is Windows to Windows. I need Windows to Mac. So on my Windows system, I need to see the Mac. Come on, server. Command line, Linux type, third-party app like TeamViewer. But TeamViewer, I think you have to pay every month. I mean, I can pay, but I can pay once. I don't want to pay every month. Every month, GG. Every month, not possible. I prefer to pay 50 euro one time than pay, you know, 3 euro per month. Even if at the end probably is even, you know, but just the idea that maybe I don't use it. So if I pick it up now, in theory this one is in my inventory and so the check will be skipped, right? So we should not see the crash. Exactly. We don't see the crash and we stack. Now the problem though is that I have no idea what happens, for example, if I have a container like a chest on the ground and I will try to stack. Items cannot be added to that container because the item is too large to fit. Oh my god, it's a crystal, bro. How big can be? Size 15? Come on, size 15. Butter. Size 20? Oh my god. Poison is size 3 only. Okay, can I move this? What do you mean it's too large? Okay, let's remove some stuff from this chest. No, let's wait. Let's pick up this chest. That is my chest, and let's create another chest that is empty. Okay. Let's create another chest that is completely empty. Okay, so this one is completely empty. So, oops. So I think we can move one of those, right? Okay. So now we have one bottle there. Now if I pick another one and I move it, you see? Now it's not allowing you to stack inside a container, but I think that probably this was already the case. This was already the case, that you cannot stack inside a container. I think this was already the case. And I think the reason was done for the furnaces and stuff, right? Yes, I think so. There are a few programs that will do that. Only for commercial use, but free for personal. I don't know, I remember the TeamViewer had a lot of limitation. They were like going... It's a very good program, It's a very good program, but I think they are like breaking your balls forever if you use it more than 1 hour. I remember that it was very annoying. It was very annoying. Is there like limitations or something? The TeamViewer access. The only TeamViewer from the browser, you see, from the browser is available for licensed remote access premier components. So I don't know. I can download it and see. I use this one. I use this one for work. So I had a license, but let me see if it exists for Mac. You use it via the app. When I use it to help people remotely, I have not really had any issue using it. Okay. Let me see. I go on the Mac 1 second, and I just want to see if I can download it. Okay. If I can download it there or not. Because if we can see the Mac from there, it would be very nice. It would be very nice. TeamViewer, Team doing it. Okay, it's installing it on the Mac. It's installing it, boys. Okay. Screen recording. Review requires screen recording. Accessibility requires accessibility. Yeah, I have to give like a million. Okay. But can I go remote control? Remote control. Okay. So I have it installed, right? I have it installed on the Mac and it's running. So now what I do, I have to install it here as well. I have to install it here as well, huh? I hope this thing is not messing up too much with my other stuff, but it works well. Microsoft Remote Desktop for Mac? I don't think it exists. Mac have VNC built in. Just start the screen sharing from the sharing panel of the system preferences. Start screen sharing from the sharing panel of the system preferences. On the Windows machine, find a VNC client. Hey, but a VNC client is again, I think is again team viewer, no? There is this VNC viewer, but again, they are all, I think they are all limited. Install VNC server, I don't know. A 32-bit version of TeamViewer is already installed. Ah, okay, I already have it installed, boys. TeamViewer. In theory, I already have it installed, but I don't. Or maybe it was before TeamViewer. No, maybe it was because because I migrated some of these disks, you know, and maybe it was on another disk, and now it's in another disk, and I will never. But no, it's not there. It's not there. The problem is that he's probably checking the registry. The registry still has it. I probably deleted it manually. Something that you should never do, but I did it anyway. And now we cannot install it. And now we cannot install it. There is this VNC viewer. You are saying that the Mac can share VNC, eh? Install VNC to the feature requires 15 megabyte. We can put it under no C, no, because C is starting to be problematic. Connectivity, TeamViewer. No, real. What is this? Real VNC. Real VNC. Okay, we install this shit, and then on the Mac I try to enable the screen sharing like you said. Let me check on the Mac. What did you say? Under just start the screen sharing from the sharing pane of the system preference. 1 second. Sharing pane of the system preferences. Screen sharing. Users can access the computer, the screen, blah blah blah. Okay. 10.10.00. Okay, I think that. Okay, on the Mac, in theory, is started. The screen sharing, I did what you said. So I did the screen sharing via operating system. Enter a VNC address. So in my case is 10.00.10, which is obviously a local address, right? Is a local address. You are connected to Apple screen sharing. Your authentication detail will not be transferred securely. Your connection will be encrypted. I mean, this is between me and me, so I would say that is fine. Okay, now username. Username and password. Holy moly, it worked! It worked, boys! It worked! I can also move windows! Oh my god! Oh my god! Yeah, it's a bit slow. Ah, the build succeeded, eh? The build on the Mac succeeded, you see? Build succeeded. At 0029, it finished 10 minutes ago. So it took 5,386 seconds. That divided by this is 1 hour and a half. It took 1 hour and a half. Okay, the screen sharing between Windows and Mac is very nice. This download VNC viewer, do you think they will let me use it, or Start a 14 days free trial, huh? Do you think it will expire in 14 days? This thing? Do you think it will expire? I don't know. But it seems to be working. Now the window is a bit blurred, but I think it's because the other screen is a 4K and here is trying to, but yes, it works. So I can uninstall. How do you uninstall an app from how do you uninstall an app from the Mac? Drag the app to the trash. As simple as that. So if I want to remove the team viewer, right? Oh, I still at the top running. Yeah, obviously the speed is very slow, right? The speed of update is a bit slow. Well, I would say it's very slow. Probably because it's streaming a 4K resolution, right? Drag and drop to trash. Yeah, assuming that I have a trash. Do I have a trash or not? Team viewer is this thing? I don't know if I have a trash. Ah, the trash is here. Ah, is this thing on the... is the bin, huh? Is this bin? So I go Finder, I go Applications. Yeah, the problem is that it's very slow. But it's okay, at least we can check what it's doing. Meaning that if I go on the Mac... let me do it on the Mac, and I think you will see it, right? Because we are screen sharing. Yeah. If I do it from here, so if I move, yeah, so it's pretty good. The only problem will be the microphone, but I think I can move the microphone there, you know, and you can see what I do, right? So I can do it directly on the Mac. I can just leave this window open so that you see what I'm doing on the Mac. I just move this microphone on the other side. I think I have enough cable, and I can work on the Mac, and you can see me from here. Now I think the refresh will be a bit slow, but anyway, I think it's okay. Now, if you have to launch, obviously if you have to launch PlaneShift and really do stuff, I think it's probably better to stream from the Mac directly, right? But yeah, but this works, Also it's on the LAN, so, you know, there is no security issue. Like the machine is open for screen sharing, but is open only inside my subnet, right? Inside the local LAN, so it's not a problem. That's very nice. So this means that the build succeeded, and so in theory we could try to launch it and see what happens, right? Because it succeeded. Yeah, what I would like to see is if it succeeded. Does it mean that now I have something in binaries? Yes, for sure I will have something in binaries. So if I go PS Unreal 427, right? Because before we didn't have anything in binaries. Did anyone answer to the Discord, by the way? Wow. Maybe they didn't answer to me, but... No, they did. Well, yeah. I'm trying to do this, blah blah blah. User share epic, engine binary, Mac, Unreal Editor app, content, macOS, Unreal Editor, path to your project. Nice. So this guy is saying, because this guy actually answered us, right? This guy is saying to do yeah, but I would like anyway to put it under script in my, let's do this, to put it under scripts. Ah no, yes, it was correct, it was correct, it was correct. Under scripts, it's not super slow anyway. I think it's reasonable. I think it's reasonable. So it's saying user shared epic blah 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 Mac, so engine binary Mac, and then Unreal Editor app / content / macOS / Unreal Editor. So basically has this part in addition. It's so cool to use the Mac from here. It's so nice. It's so nice to use it from here. I like it a lot. No such file or directory. I think because it's not called that way in because this guy is using Unreal Engine 5 and we are using Unreal Engine 4, right? So I think that's the reason. So we have content. We have macOS. We don't have Mac. We have no, we have macOS. And we have, yeah, you see the name is different. Is EU editor. Is EU editor. EU4 editor. Okay, nice. So I think that we can now, I don't know if at the moment we are launching it. But it's running, eh? It's doing something. It's doing something. Yeah, Editor 4 is Unreal Editor in 5. Yes, it's just the name that is different. It's doing something. Seems to be pretty busy. What is it? What is this installer? Project not found. Ah, yes, because there is the space again that I removed. Client Mac. Because then I removed the space here. Fine. fine. Yeah, but I think it is running, huh? It is running. It is running. It may compile a lot of shaders. It may compile shaders for quite some time, but the only thing I want to see is the mouse. That's the only thing I want to see. A couple of years to no project not found. I think there was a joke, but was too subtle. Yeah, it's compiling shaders like there is no tomorrow. Also because we have, at the moment we have all the maps, right? All the maps, all the world, everything. Well, we can leave it compile shaders while we work on Windows. Okay, so on the Windows side, let's say that my fix worked, huh? My fix worked. The only thing I really need to be sure is that I didn't break any other stacking. So I think that we need to be sure that I didn't break, for example, the stacking in the inventory. And now seems to work. That I didn't break. Yeah, but it's only. I mean, we are only excluding the check about instances. So I think we should be good actually. I think we should be good. Do you remember if in the old game you cannot stack inside a container? This is the first time you run the editor on Mac. Well, technically no, because I run it already. But let's say it's the first time that No, I ran it already. Also plane shift, I ran it already, but it was a long time ago. And it was going so slow that it took me like 1 hour to... It was like 2 or 3 years ago, the first time that I was working on Mac. So it took like 1 hour to go up, but it was because on the old Mac Mini it was basically impossible, right? On this Mac, I think we are good. Can someone that is a plane shift player tell me if you cannot stack inside containers on the ground? On the ground, obviously. Containers on your inventory you can, right? But containers on the ground, yeah, but let me test this 1 second. Yeah. Containers in your inventory you can. But I think containers on the ground we excluded it. But I need a plane shift player to tell me because I don't remember. I mean, I'm pretty sure, but I don't remember 100%. Because I think it's done for auto container transformations like the Forge, where you need SF Metal SM5. We compiled for Intel, for any Mac. Wait, I will ask the question in our it seems that people here are busy, so can you confirm that in the old game you couldn't stack items inside containers on the ground? Yeah, I have this freaking... I can go in the old game and check. Because I don't know if this is a side effect. I don't know what it's doing, by the way. I think it's still compiling shaders. Initializing movie player. What? Initializing movie player. Using Python 3.7. Who asked? No one asked you about it. The game module PS Unreal could not be loaded. No! There may be an operating system error. The module may not be properly set up, or the plugin which has been included into the build has been turned on. What the fuck? Unable to load module. No. He GG'd out. He GG'd out so bad. The game module PS Unreal could not be loaded. There may be an operating system error. The module may not be properly set up, or a plugin which has been included into the build has not been turned on. Engine requested exit. Windows PS Unreal is being destroyed. Let me try again. Let me just try again. I don't know why he's saying that. Why is saying that? Did you compile the game module? You did compile just the edit. What? Did it compile the game module? You did compile? No, I did a build on PS Unreal. I did a build on PS Unreal, and it took 1 hour and a half, so I assumed that, but I don't know. No, but it's impossible it compiles only the editor without compiling the game if you build PS Unreal. No, I mean, this problem I've seen it already in another case. Okay, thanks. Yeah, it's confirmed. The non-stackable in container is confirmed. I have a, so okay. Okay, so I have the same problem of the module dylib is not loaded by the operating system, blah blah blah, because usually there is a missing dependency, right? Did you compile the game module, or did you compile just the editor? No, I compiled the game module. Well, we can launch the editor if we want, right? Just to see that at least the editor is starting. Why not, right? Let's launch just the editor, so that we see the editor opening up, right? Which is anyway nice to see. So if I go Unreal Engine and I launch whatever. I don't know if I did the setup though. I don't know if I did the setup, but I assume I did, because otherwise my shipping would not work, right? Otherwise my shipping would not work. So so if I go under Engine binaries, Mac, content, whatever, and I launch U4 editor app. No. And I launch EU editor app, content, macOS, EU editor. Yeah, this app thing is so confusing, but it's the way Mac works. Basically, the .app is kind of a wrapper for the final users, for the end user, so they don't have to see, you know, the content of the app. They just see the app, they launch the app, and then the Mac is doing everything by itself. So it's like a fake executable, but in reality it's a directory. Compiling shaders. Initializing. Initializing. Loading packages. GG. We have encountered an issue we cannot recover from and must exit. There could be a number of reasons for this. Thank you. You like to visit online support? No. Boom. But it is the launcher. It is the launcher. Who cares about the launcher? He tried to start the launcher. Okay, so the editor seems to start. Now, in theory, I can open PS Unreal, but it will not run from the anyway from the editor, unfortunately. But I mean, I can open it. We have to use 427 though, huh? We have to use this. Yeah, but yeah, I think the editor will work anyway. I think the editor will work. I don't think there will be any issue. I think that the problem we have with our game, yes, you see, the problem is that we don't get the right. Okay, so the file that it cannot load is this one, right? Is this one. And when this happens, it means that there is a dependent library that is not built. For example, MariaDB or one of the third-party modules that we are using, that is actually not loading, right? And in our wiki, I have you see, unable to load module, blah blah blah, because the file could be loaded by the OS, right? So you can use this tool to see the dependencies, right? And I think in this case is exactly the same, right? Is this is user PS Unreal binary Mac, PS Unreal editor, PS Unreal dlib, right? So is the same error. Now we get exactly this error when we do the shipping build, and the reason is that but let me, no, I cannot copy. I cannot copy paste between Windows and Mac. I was trying to copy paste O-tool -L. O-tool -L. I think it may be. Yeah. It's the same. It's the same error. Is this WordNet motherfucker? Sorry. Is this WordNet thingy? But it's very easy. It's very easy. It's very easy. We can do this. So we do the same that we do when we do the build. No, fuck. I cannot copy paste. Cannot copy paste. That's annoying. So I have to do that. I have to do install name tool -change, and then I need to take this wordnet lib because it's an external dependency that is not resolved properly, and I have to say and loader path and then wordnet lib again, right? And then I need to point to our thingy. So what this is doing is just redirecting the loading of that library into the loader path, which is default. Now, if we had a real Mac developer here, probably would tell me kind of a better workaround, right? But it is the workaround that I know, and it actually works because we do it for our shipping build, and it actually works okay. So let's see if now with that change it works, right? Because maybe it does. Maybe it does work now. I mean, it should work. It should not give that error anymore. Because I'm pretty sure it's that library. Or there is something more, right? There could be something more. But fuck. It's giving it anyway. It's giving it anyway. Hey, if it's giving it anyway, it's a problem though. There may be something else that it cannot resolve. There may be something else that it cannot resolve. Very strange, huh? But I think we didn't compile WordNet. I think that's the problem, boys. We don't have this WordNet dlib. We don't have it. We didn't compile it. We didn't compile it at all. We didn't compile it at all. I don't think we did. 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 Well, no, I did. Otherwise, I couldn't. I could not ship. No, we did for sure. We did for sure. The only problem is why we don't have it then. But wait, wait. No. I don't know. We compiled in the other project. Okay, let's check. Third party WordNet. Okay. There should be. Yes, there is. There is a WordNet dlib. There is a WordNet dlib which is here. That autocopy DLL, yeah, did you see the change? Did you save the changes you use it? Did you save the changes? Yes, because the O tool is doing the change directly. It's not, there's nothing I can save, right? It's just doing it. It's just doing it. Now the only question is the loader path finding this library or not? I think there was a better way though, because wait a second. O2, come on. Because this O tool minus cell, you see the dependencies, right? But wasn't there also something to see the ones that were not resolved? I think there was also some, but I don't know if I have it here. But I remember there was a MacOSX or tool find missing dependencies. I think there was I think there was another command. I think there was I don't remember if it was just an option of this O tool or if it was another tool. How to check dependencies? Well, this one is on Linux, but I think pretty much is this LDD, yeah. Yes, LDD as well, but no. No, LDD is on Linux, but no, I think it's this old tool, but does your Warnet set up as third-party module that has the Warnet build CS? Yes, it's inside the yes, it's inside the CS and is loaded. But it works. I mean, when we build, we just do that unless I did it wrong. I think it's just not finding this. I think it's just not finding it. It's just not finding it in the loader path. I think it's just not finding it in the loader path. Can I echo loader path or not? No. Can I... what is set env? What is it? No. Path, use the local bin, use the local bin. Is this path that is used? Because I think it's just not finding that file. It's just not finding that file. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I could even copy it. I could even copy this one directly inside the Unreal and inside the PS Unreal directory or something like that. The problem is that I don't know on Mac where I need to put it because on Mac is a bit weird. So, but what does the loader path? Yeah, exactly. So in this case, loader path is the path to the directory containing the libs, but it's probably a problem using the lib. The loader path is used for the framework. Loader path will be replaced by the current. By the current binary path. Okay. So that's why it works for our Ah, okay. Because yes, it works when I do the build, because when I do the build I actually copy this file into the same directory. I think now I understand better what I'm doing then. So probably okay, so is a directory. So I can just copy this, you know. I can just copy this. And I can do the same tool that we did before. Right? But instead of this install name, blah 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 blah, instead of loader path, right? I will just do this. Okay. And so now it's pointing to the right file, right? Okay. I think now it will work. I mean, if the theory is correct, it will work. If not, it will fail. But I hope it works. Cross your fingers! Cross your fingers now! Are you crossing your fingers or not? Fuck. Didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't work, huh? Hey, but if it didn't work, I don't know. I mean, I can copy... Ah, but it didn't change it. Wait. It didn't change it. Why it didn't change it? It didn't change it. Ah, it didn't change it because now is loader path. Okay. We have one more bullet. We have one more bullet, boys. We have one more bullet to shoot. That is this. We have one more bullet. Don't be afraid. We have one more bullet. Okay, now. No, I didn't check. Okay, it's the same. I will check in a second. But anyway, it have to be substituted with a real file, right? If it doesn't... Cross your fingers. Cross your fingers. It's taking a bit more time. It's taking a bit more time. It's taking a bit more time. Yeah, it's the only dependency because the SQL we removed it completely from the client. I mean, we should also remove the WordNet from the client. And actually it is, but only on Mac, only on the Mac build is not. I don't know why. So this is the workaround. But actually on Windows and Linux, WordNet is actually not completely excluded. But I don't know why on Mac is not. But it's taking a bit more time, boys. I think I fixed it. Now I also understand how that tool works, because before I didn't. Before I thought the loader path was actually using the path of the machine, but no, it just means use the current path. Haha! Aha! With music! How can the music go through? How can... no, because I'm hearing it from the Mac. I was thinking that the music was going through this, but no, I'm hearing it from the Mac. Okay, the problem I have though is that the hardware cursor, I mean the cursor is weird. The cursor is... It seems that the cursor is broken also in this case. Like... how do you maximize a window? Why I see this black mouse plus I see... Let me see what I see on the Mac 1 second. see only the broken mouse. Okay. Okay, so it's confirmed, So it's confirmed. No, on the Mac, I see only the broken mouse. I don't see this tiny thingy. I see only the broken mouse. Okay, so it's confirmed. So it's confirmed that also in non-shipping build, I have the same problem. Which is exactly what I wanted to prove, right? It's exactly what I wanted to prove. I wanted to prove if it was only in shipping, so when the hardware cursors are let's say packaged, you know, and they are lost for whatever reason on Mac, but not because here we are running an editor build, right? We are running through the editor. So okay, we have the same problem. So I think at this point we can create a sample project. With the hardware cursor and see if we can fix it. I was really thinking it was shipping only, but no, it's only non-shipping, which is better, but also not good. I don't know, it's good on one side and it's bad on the other side. The only problem is that someone, including me, but someone else and me, I think that is my post. No, that is not my post. This is post of someone else. Yeah, this is my post, right? And this guy said, let me see if I said only in shipping. I have a problem with my course on the same project with Lex on no, I didn't say shipping yet. Okay, perfect. And one guy said, I managed to fix mine. I made a few changes to maccursor.cpp, right? Here are the code changes. I'm loading my cursor's images from a color bitmap. So basically he had to change the actual loading of the cursor on Mac inside Unreal Engine, right? Because probably it's broken. I think it's broken. So I think this is what we need to do. I'm trying to open. It's like if I'm taking this executable and I'm opening it in Notepad++, right? And this is what I see. So it looks like it's the same. It's like opening a PNG file, but it's trying to open it like a JPEG or something. So it's like if it's not doing what it should do, right? And so what this guy is doing in his in this file is just changing the way the thing is getting loaded. Maybe it's only a matter of format. Maybe it's just we just need to give it to him in another format. I don't know exactly what he's doing, but you see that this is really loading the pixels directly, uint8, and he was doing a 4 width. Maybe he's assuming a certain width and height, while I don't know, right? Okay, we can do that. Not now, maybe, but it looks like he changed that loop, which indeed looks very bad. His loop is, yeah, I think that, I don't know, this loop is probably assuming, and also he's doing a lot of, you see, a lot of weird stuff. Look at this, bro. He's doing a lot. It's doing a lot of weird stuff. But it's doing weird stuff here as well, huh? It's doing weird stuff here as well. Hello, who joined? Let me see. Hello, Pilotero. Pilotero. Hello, Pilotero. Welcome. We are fixing things on Mac. Do you want me to try to copy paste this and see if it works? I mean, we can even do it now, but we need to recompile the engine. I mean, it's just one file, so I don't think that it will be super complex. I mean, if we want to do it, we can do it. I can leave this window open so you see what I'm doing, right? And then I go on the Mac and I do that thingy and we recompile, okay? I bring the microphone. Let me bring the microphone there. My face will stand still though, because my face is tracked here. Holy. I was very close to break something, but I didn't. I was trying to move the microphone and I moved it in a place where in theory it cannot move, and I was about to break everything. But I didn't. Luckily I didn't. Okay, here I'm in front of the Mac. I think the cable is a bit in a weird position, but it's okay. So you should see what I'm doing, right? Because you are on that side. I cannot see you, but you can see me. Okay, so I need to search the same article here. So I will just go Unreal Engine, MacOS, hardware cursor, whatever. And it shows this one, and then it links to mine. And then here we have the code of this guy, right? And actually we never answered to this guy. He answered this, the 2nd of September. So he's saying, I managed to fix mine. I made some changes in Mac cursor CPP. Okay, it's not saying where that is, unfortunately. It's not saying which directory that is. But we can find it. We can definitely find it. So we go Unreal Engine. We go, I don't know, Engine Source. And we find this thing. I don't know. I copy pasted, but copy paste in this freaking world is different. Copy, paste. Okay, it did it. Okay, it's under runtime application private Mac cursor. Okay. So we added this guy. Now I don't know if that guy did it in 4 or in 5, but probably in 4. Maybe in 5 is fixed, you know. Okay, and then it's saying what? It's saying to go, it doesn't tell me the line of code, doesn't tell me anything, but we can search this. We can search this thing. Okay. Let me just double check that it's the same signature, const pixel, intuit data. Yes, it's the same. I would say it's the same file. I would say it's the same thing. So up to here is the same. Up to here is the same, and then it changed basically from here down, right? It deleted this block. I think I can just delete it completely. I think I don't care about whatever it was. I can always revert it back from Git, so in case, or I can just copy it from here. So we go this. Let me see if the rest is the same. Cursor image allocate, cursor image allocation, inside and sites make. Yeah, the rest seems to be the same. The rest seems to be the same. Okay. Okay. So we save this. Then we open our Xcode, and like nothing happened, we just rebuild. Now, if the build is smart enough, it should understand that that file has been changed, right? I think it will. I think it will. So we will see a line saying Mac cursor blah blah blah, you know, has to be changed, and it will recompile that piece. Yeah, you see, Mac cursor compile. Perfect. Now the compilation should not take much time because it's just a module, so it will just recompile that particular module and then relink everything. But I think it's not gonna take a lot. It's not gonna take a lot. I think it's gonna take few minutes. Okay, I think I can go back to the Windows machine anyway, because I think here we have done what we had to do, and also I can read the chat from here. Okay, I'm back. All we need is to see a cursor that is usable. Yeah. Wow, 950. I don't know, because I think it depends on the format of the images. I don't know. Let's see. Even if I think that everyone use PNG, but all we need to see a cursor that is usable, yeah. Yeah, I agree. There are not many projects, you know, Unreal Mac. And so I think that, but anyway, that guy at least provided an answer, which is great. There are documents on the format, but for Mac, because on Windows and Linux it works perfectly. So it's only on Mac that is loading it weird. But on Windows and Linux it's perfect. Look at how many modules Unreal Engine has. Paper 2D, audio mixer, animation core, live link, clothing system, foliage, install bundle manager. Look, every one of those, every line is a module, right? So is a world in itself. Chaos. You also have a chaos there. There is also PS Unreal. Look, PS Unreal. Plane Shift is in the list. I've implemented. Yeah, it's called MacCursor.cpp. So yes, for sure it's different. It's called MacCursor.cpp. So yes, every. But no, but I was asking if the documentation is saying how it should be loaded on Mac, or what is the format on Mac, or if it's just a generic format for everyone. Because yes, the implementation has to be, I mean, there is a lot of code that is specific, like for example the hardware checks, you know, when at the beginning Unreal is checking on which hardware is running, on which, you know, processor, and how much memory, disks, all the IO access, most of the graphics checks as well, so are platform specific. So there is you know, platform Linux, platform Mac, platform, yeah. And by the way, we also have some changes on the Linux side. Because in 4.27 there are missing. Okay, succeeded. There are missing hardware checks, and so we have to add that as well. Okay. So now we can just run it, boys. We can just run it and see if it works. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know if I have to do the same trick. Probably yes. I think I have to redo the trick of the O tool, blah blah blah. Yeah, for sure, because I think that the PS has been recompiled. Let me just do it, because anyway, I think it will be like that. So let me see. O tool minus L. Yeah, you see, it's the same. There is the same problem. So maybe I put it in a script, so I can just execute it without typing all this stuff all the time. Yes, I need to copy this. Copy. And I will create a new file. And I will just call it fix otool.sh, and we will just paste this, and this will be okay. Nice. And then okay. Pilotero. Ah, sorry, Pilotero. I was not looking at the chat before because I was on the Mac machine, so I couldn't see your question. I just jumped in. I'm learning game dev, and next year I will start a CS major, so I'll probably just lurk and see if I can keep up with what's going on. Hopefully I can learn a thing or two. Yes, for sure. If you have any questions, you know, even on game development in general, on Unreal Engine, I mean, just ask. I mean, if I can try to answer, or someone in the chat can try to answer. So it's fine. Okay, we want to see the new cursor. We want to see the new cursor. Now, even if I don't know if I... Yeah, but it's loading. It was loading because it was giving the wrong thing, so... We want to see the new cursor. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Cursor, 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 cursor. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Stinking a lot. It's stinking. The engine is stinking. Should I load or should I not load? Should I load or not? Drum roll. And wow, it works in YouTube? Insane. That must be the day. There is no cursor at all. But maybe it's just slow on this side. Wait, because I see something. It's just that it's moving super bad. By the way, why I went here? I can do it without logging in. GG, but I don't think that is working yet. Cursor. It works like shit. Let me see on the Mac, because here maybe it's not mirrored or whatever. 1 second. Now the Mac it works, but it's a weird color. But the Mac it works. Okay, so yes, on the Mac it works. On the Mac it works. It's just that it's just not sent properly through the VNC. But he has exactly this color. He has exactly the same color. So it seems that it's actually loaded not properly for whatever reason. Right? I wanted to take a screenshot, but it's a bit tough to take a screenshot of this. But yes, it is working. So the change did something. The change did something. I didn't screenshot shit. A good start, size is correct. Yeah, the size is correct, but it's loading it weird. I mean, it's better than the one that we have now, right? So I think that Fergus will already be happy, because at least it's a cursor, you know, that you can use. And actually on Mac it moves pretty well. I mean, on Mac it works perfectly. It's just that through VNC, through the emulation is not going through, right? But probably because it's an hardware cursor, is accelerated, is whatever, is done from the graphics card and whatever. But I have no idea why. I have no idea why is that color, right? That is pretty strange. I was not expecting to be that color. I think I will try to take a screenshot and I will post it again. And I will post it on that thread, but at the same time, maybe I can just read the code and try to understand what is going on, right? like he's reading it, but then the color is not correct. Yeah, yeah, exactly. If I can see it, yeah, if you can see, the color can be sorted out later. Yes, that change is already done, right? So the next time I generate the Mac release, we will have it. Assuming that I can generate a Mac release on the M1, on the new Mac, but I think yes. Like, if I package now, if I launch the packaging, and I give to you the new executable, you will see it, right? The only problem is that doing the packaging is a bit annoying, but I will do it. I will do it. Okay, it's a bit late. I think I will go to bed, but I think it's been a good session. So we fixed that bug about the inventory, and then we managed to set up the streaming on Mac. We managed to also have this VNC working, which is nice. And we managed to recompile everything in the new Mac Mini, which is great. And hello, Randolph. Hi. And we managed also to at least have some Mac cursor, right? I really want to post a screenshot of that in this thread to see that these code changes actually created that for me, right? Created that kind of color thingy. Maybe I can check here, whatever. I don't know where is the color in all this thing, but I have no idea. Bits per sample. Samples per pixel. As alpha, yes. Color space name. Maybe it's this color space name or this bitmap format. Maybe it's this bitmap. Maybe it's the format type, right? That is assuming that, I don't know, the alpha is before or after, and so it's taking the alpha instead of the color. NGS calibrated space. I think this stuff is what we need to look at. Okay, I think that's all for today. Let me see if we can raid someone. I don't know how many we are, but I think we can raid it. Yesterday we didn't. I think it's always good to raid someone. Let me see who is online. We have Team Vash. Let's try Team Vash again. Why not? We raided someone else yesterday, so I think we can raid Team Vash. And so if you want to stay for the raid, good, you can say hello. And anyway, we see each other tomorrow afternoon around 4 p.m. European time, right? So 4 p.m. European time tomorrow, 4:30, depending on my willingness and the other stuff that I need to do. Yes, that's it, boys. Bye bye.